Hello everyone, hope you're fine and hope you're following every class which I have been presenting for MA Literature English Semester 1 Paper 1. Today we are going to see some other concepts which are very important for 4th unit and 5th unit which will be asked in the 4th Roman and 5th Roman in your question paper. Let us see the first topic, the dialects and idiolects. Be careful with the pronunciations of all these words, which is not only useful for MA literature going through people, but everyone who wants to expertise English. Let us discuss what a dialect is and what an idiolect is. A dialect is the one which is a regional or geographical variety of language. You can take a note, as I always say, in your running notes which you are sitting with to note down the key concepts, important words, mind maps, and so on. The dialects emerge as a result of history. Obviously, how did we get Telugu language into existence? How did we get English language in the society right now? The French, the Sanskrit, etc. It is obviously from the ancestors. So, the dialect is something, a form or a variety of language which has come into existence because of history, because of social, because of geographic factors of English. There are numerous dialects which are spoken in the whole world, like the British English, the American English, the Australian English, and many more. They are very significantly different in their pronunciations and accent. In the previous video, I explained very well about the stress, the rhyme, the accent, etc. If you did not check out, please go and check out. And now, in the context of dialect, I would give you this example of color. COLOUR. Would your computer agree if you type this word? No. It will show a red underline, a red zigzag, right? Why will it show that way? Because the computational language which has been fed up in the inside does not agree with whatever spelling you type, because it's different with US English from UK English. COLOR is also correct. COLOUR is also correct. But whatever is fed into the computer, whether it is US English or UK English, will determine whether it would accept which spelling you type. This is called a dialect. What do you mean by idiolect? Come on. The idiolects are the unique language variations each person has in their own individual dialect. Got it? So it includes pronunciation, it includes the word choice and grammar, and even more non-verbal communication patterns. They are distinct for each person. Like the pronunciation of S is pronounced as sh by some people, and the vowel shift, like the vowel which is in the proximate position to a consonant, the previous position of the consonant will be shifted to the later position by some of the groups of the people. So, idiolect is something which comes out of the variation among the people of one particular dialect. Hope you understood. Or give a pause, go back and understand again. Now, we are going to discuss about register and style, which is very important concept for your exam point of view. Before going into this explanation of register, just think of the register in your classroom. If you are a teacher, or a register if you are a student, or a register when you were a student. What is a register? Why do they maintain a register? In order to hold and in order to maintain a record. Yes, the names of all the students, all their attendance, all their phone numbers, or all their addresses, etc. So, in linguistics, a register is a variety of language that is associated with a particular social context, profession, or activity. Learn this definition. That this definition which I have prepared, gives a good impression for the evaluator. Registers are characterized by distinctive vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation. The registers of a school are differentiated by the class and the name of the section on the top of the register. In the same manner, registers in linguistics are characterized by distinctive vocabulary. The vocabulary, the grammar, the pronunciation are different in one register from another register. It will be different in each of the registers. The pronunciation, which is shaped by the specific needs and norms of the context in which they are used. The context in which they are used. I'll give you a best example, right? Hold on. Listen to the word address. How do you say it? Come on. Is it address? Okay, let me tell you a sentence now. Please tell me the dash clearly. address. How would you say it? Please tell me the address clearly. Obviously, a person is looking for another friend or a relative and he is unable to map out his location and he is asking for help regarding address. I'll give you another sentence with the same word address. Listen to this. The chief guest dash the audience. Is it the chief guest address the audience? No. The pronunciation will vary depending upon the stress and intonation because it is a verb here. In the earlier sentence, it is noun. Here, it is a verb. So, you should say this manner. The chief guest addressed the audience. So, it differs according to the specific need and norms of the context in which they are used. Come on, you understood about the register, basically, the definition. Now, registers are importantly two types, the formal and the informal. They can vary in terms of their level of technicality, the politeness, and the other social factors. Come on, let us see what a formal register is. Formal, as the term indicates, they are academic, they are official, they are formal speech presentations. Easily understood, right? You can write the examples. And for informal, the conversation between friends, yes. The social media posts, yes. Casual writing or blog or personal emails, all are included under informal. Of course, there is a third type of register too, which is called professional register. Professional, by profession. The profession of a doctor or a businessman or a teacher or an industrialist. Those things which we have to record, we will record and we will call it as professional registers. The fourth category is regional or cultural registers, where we'll include the dialects and regional accents, the cultural or ethnic varieties of language. So, what did you learn now? You have to write about the definition of the register and the exclusive exemption of the register, what it includes. How many types are there? 4 types: formal, informal, professional, regional types of registers. Now, why important and why so important? These registers are in English linguistics especially because they highlight the complex and dynamic nature of language used in different social contexts. They act as a data, they act as a collective resource for the linguistics. And we can also see that style, the register in linguistics is asked together with style in the question. Do you remember? Yes. So, there is a difference between register and style, but they are mostly asked together. That's what I noticed in the earlier question papers. So, after writing the register, you are supposed to write about style as well. In linguistics, the style refers to the distinctive way. Come on, say with me. Distinctive way in which the language is used by an individual or a group or an institution to convey the meaning, to convey the attitude and the identity. There you go, the style, the way how the language is used, the style. Maybe when I am explaining the classes, I have a style, I have my own English style, linguistic style, which may not be or cannot be copied by others. Yes, especially we see this style, the actual true style in the Native Americans, the native English speakers. Now, what are the various aspects which this language will consider in order to determine the style of the language? Come on, number one is vocabulary, say with me, syntax, pronunciation, tone, the figurative language. 5. Easy. I'll make it simple for you. So, if this question is asked, what you are supposed to write? You are supposed to write the definition of a style, what it includes, and what are the aspects on which it is based. It is based on 5 aspects. The vocabulary initially. Vocabulary, as you know, is it's the bank of words to say. The more you read, the more you see English cartoons or English news or English episodes of various fiction story or whatever, the more vocabulary will be accumulated in your mind, which will decide the style of your language. So initially the first one is vocabulary, which includes words, phrases, idioms. Secondly, syntax. In the earlier video, we have discussed very clearly and detailed about syntax. The sentence structure, the word order, and grammatical features make up this factor called syntax in order to determine your style. Third, pronunciation. You know, the accent, the intonation, and the rhythm of pronunciation influence the style of a language of a particular person. Tone, the attitude, emotion, and tone conveyed through language. The best example is my class right now. I am not using a monotone, which is very boring. There is expression, there is emotion, there is attitude in the way I speak. That itself determines the tone of your style of English language. 5. Figurative language, the use of metaphors, similes, and other literary devices. Suppose if I say, hello, dear audience, don't listen to my classes once in a blue moon. Do it on a regular basis. If I say, I'm using a, is it a metaphor? Is it a simile? I give the question to you. I used the word once in a blue moon. It doesn't have anything to do with blue. It doesn't have anything to do with the moon. But once in a blue moon means only very rare, now and then. So what I'm suggesting you, don't miss out any class. Follow and regularly listen to every class so that you catch up with some of the important concepts in English. So figurative language decides the style of your English language. Now the style can be influenced by various factors. Come on. The social context, the cultural background, and also the personal characteristics, the purpose. The purpose, yes, purpose too. So if we say the social context, suppose if I talk to my child at home, I don't talk formal, right? No, it will be quite informal. So the particular style will be influenced by the context of a person to whom you are talking. Cultural background, the regional, the ethnic, or the national identity also decides your style. Suppose a native English speaker has more expression in the way they talk, more interactive, more emotion and intonation found in their speech. That's their culture. Personal characteristics like age, education, occupation, personality traits. We can't express or we can't expect a person who doesn't have good education to show some good style in their English. No. And also the purpose to express oneself, or are you speaking to inform somebody, or are you speaking in order to explain a concept, also decides the style of your language, the style of your English language. Correct. Now, what are the types of different styles? Formal, informal, literary, and oratory. Easy, easy, easy. Formal, I mentioned to you already. All official kind of a things come under formal. So when you are making a document, or you are making an academic writing or professional communication, you must use the formal style. The informal, as I mentioned to you, maybe the casual conversations at your workplace or maybe at your home, the social media or personal writing need not go with formal style. You can very well freely go ahead with informal style. The literary, very, very important linguistic type used in creative writing, your poetry, your novel writing, or your fiction story writing, or non-fiction story writing, or a drama writing, or a conversation writing. You are doing it for literary purpose. You have to go with the literary style only. The oratory style is the last one, which we use in public speaking, such as speeches, lectures, debates, the various presentations, etc. Stay tuned. Wait until the next video. Follow my classes regularly in order to master English, whether it is MA English Literature, or you are a student, or you are a teacher. It will be beneficial, I believe. Stay tuned. The extra mile. Thank you. Have a great day.